Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Lionel Messi and his future with PSG and yes, FC Barcelona. Then later in the video, we're also going to be talking about how Ansu Fati is doing and the situation of Pablo Torre. So there's plenty to discuss. It is going to be a very rapid fire type of video. It's going to be very exciting. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and joining the family. Welcome to this channel that we together are building. And so let's get to it. And let's first talk about our sponsor for today, and that is the One Football app. If you guys want to find out where I do get my information from when it comes to football news, player news, or like team news, or if you want to follow specific player stats or team stats, or how your favorite team is doing within the league, or how your player is doing with that specific team, all of that information is going to be compact within the One Football app. If you do want to download the One Football app, you can so by scanning the QR code that you do see here on the screen, and there's also going to be a link down below that'll take you straight to the App Store. You can download the One Football app, set exactly who and what you do want to follow, and then you'll be set and done from there. You'll be notified immediately and live on your phone, and it is for free. So I hope you guys do enjoy it. But now let's go back into this video and let's talk about Lionel Messi. And I want to address one thing, because there was a report that did come out earlier today that did state this, and I quote, Joan Laporta and Messi have been on a call this week. Joan Laporta was explaining things that he did not have a chance to say last time they did meet. Above all, he apologized. Messi has said that he is only thinking about the World Cup and nothing more. After that, the doors are going to be open and any possibility will be noticed. And so again, there has been hints, there has been many stories of Messi potentially leaving PSG to FC Barcelona. And to get one thing very clear, many of us do know that Messi should have never left this club. They never wanted to let go of Messi, and Messi never wanted to leave FC Barcelona. Barcelona were forced to let go of Messi because they simply could not afford Messi due to the wage cap. It was impossible. But there has always been that sense, right, through this club, through this player, that eventually Messi and Barcelona were going to get back together, and it could happen very soon. And it's crazy because time is going by so quickly. Like, I swear, like last time I thought Messi left FC Barcelona like a couple of months ago, but it has been already like a year and 2 months. Now, of course, there has been questions because many have been speculating that Messi may not even want to come to Barcelona after he finishes his 2 years with PSG. Maybe Barcelona do not have the finances to afford Lionel Messi, but we know that those things have changed when it comes to the financial aspect of things, and we know that Messi is greatly committed to come back to FC Barcelona. Yes, even though PSG are trying to offer Messi a longer contract and extend Messi's time at PSG. Messi does not want that. I strongly believe that he wants to come back to this club. And to hear that Joan Laporta is only talking to Messi just to be apologetic, of course, it makes sense, right? It makes sense that Joan Laporta wants to have a healthy relationship with Lionel Messi, because both of them do know that negotiations will be held soon. Because keep in mind, Messi cannot negotiate with Barcelona or talk about anything contractually. Everything when it comes to the communication between these two parties, it is just for the sake of getting to know each other more, saying that everything is okay, and to just basically catch up. But there has been like no agreement, nothing about Messi informing Joan Laporta that yes, I'm going to be coming in a couple of months. None of that has not existed yet within these conversations. I know that gets many people nervous, but we have to keep in mind that Messi is only focused on the correct things, and that is of course the World Cup. Not PSG, but the World Cup. Because for Messi to think about the World Cup with Argentina, which he does want to win, and I believe that Argentina will be winning this World Cup, and for him to also think about the move of going back to FC Barcelona is just too much. It makes sense for Messi to say, I'm only focused on the World Cup, and then after we can assess what they want to do. But here's what gets very interesting, right, is the fact that once this World Cup is over, which will be by the end of December, when we go into that transfer window of January, like, are we talking about that time frame, or are we still talking about the summer of 2023? Like, could that be a possibility? Like, could Messi literally actually mean that after the World Cup is over, we can negotiate a move? And that is something to think about, right? So, like, I'm not saying here and saying that yes, for sure Messi's coming in January 2023. I'm just saying, could this be a possibility? Could Barcelona be willing to pay a fee to PSG to bring Messi even earlier, 5 months before he was expected to come in, which is the summer of 2023? Because look, Barcelona's objective alongside with Xavi Hernandez is to win everything. We want to win La Liga. We want to win the Champions League. And to have Messi come to Barcelona in the last 5 months of this season is going to greatly boost the possibilities of Barcelona achieving those objectives. And again, this is just a possibility. Like, after I make this video, maybe in a couple of hours, we get informed that Messi is committed to come back to Barcelona in the summer of 2023 and not in January. But it would make a lot of sense. Like, to see through the league a front three of Messi, Lewandowski, and Ansu, or Messi, Lewandowski, and Dembele, or Messi, Lewandowski, and Rafinha, or Messi in the middle, Rafinha on the left, Dembele on the right. You can do so many things, because what is the one thing that Xavi does want? It is heavy rotation, is to have these players always refreshed. And this is not a gamble. Like for us to pay a fee of like 50 million euros or 60 million euros to PSG to bring Messi back earlier, it's going to be worth it. Like I would get that it would be a gamble if we pay around this amount for another player, but for Messi, which is going to be a guarantee signing to bring us success, because we know that Messi is Barcelona, it would be worth it. So it is something to think about. That is the current situation between Messi, Joan Laporta, and FC Barcelona. Let's see how this story does evolve in the coming weeks, and especially after the World Cup. Now moving on towards the next topic of today, and now let's talk about Ansu Fati, because there has been some updates. Many of us do know that this player has been left out from the Spanish national team, and we want to know exactly how Ansu Fati has been feeling and what he has been doing throughout these days, because it does say here, according to Santi Ovalle, that Ansu Fati's situation is okay. Fati is calm and understands what's happening is part of the process. All parties acknowledge that the player is doing fine, and it is a matter of rhythm and trust. And so I know that this is a very tough time for Ansu Fati, but he is doing okay. It's a hard pill to swallow, but in the end, Ansu Fati is very well aware that this is what's going to take in order for him to get to the top. All great players have gone through these type of difficult obstacles, and I think that it is a blessing for Ansu Fati to not be called up to the Spanish national team, because again, like look at Koundé, look at Memphis, they have literally just gotten injured, and I felt like if Ansu went to that Spanish national team, who knows what would happen. So with Ansu Fati being at FC Barcelona, he is protected, he's being trained close to Xavi Hernandez, and you can see that Xavi Hernandez has been talking with Pablo Torre and also with Ansu Fati, and so Ansu Fati is okay. Hopefully he does come back, but with a big bang when we head towards that month of October. We're really going to be needing it. So moving on towards the next topic of today, speaking about Pablo Torre, now let's talk about this player, because a decision has been made. After so many training sessions, after seeing Barcelona play so many matches, looking at all of this, the position is clear when it comes to Pablo Torre, and that is this: he is good, he is a great player, but it is going to be extremely tough for him to get minutes within the league, and especially in the Champions League, because that midfield is just simply too competitive. Pablo has been getting almost little to no minutes within the league, within the Champions League, or any other tournament that we have been playing. Xavi believes that this player should be at the B team, get his minutes that he does need, and then when Xavi does believe that Pablo Torre should be called up to play a specific game, he can always bring him back into the first team. And it does say here, according to Fernando Polo, Pablo Torre is open to playing for Barça Athletic starting this weekend, and there has been more confirmation that Pablo Torre will indeed be making his debut for Barça Athletic this weekend, and he'll start training with them starting tomorrow. So this is not bad news. Again, this team that we do have is very competitive. There has been frictions before, and that is that Pablo Torre did not want to play for the B team and actually recommended for himself to go back to Racing Santander throughout this time. And that really worried me, because I felt like Pablo Torre was not really too committed at staying at FC Barcelona. For him to say, I do not want to play in second division, I want to go back to my previous team. But in the end, he was convinced that this was the way to go for him to make his debut against Real Murcia in this weekend, and it should be very exciting. It's a great idea, as a matter of fact, because throughout these next 2 weeks where we are going to be in international break, this could be a time for him to play games, get minutes, understand what he could do on the field, and for Xavi to assess and then maybe try out this player again within the first team when Barcelona does return fully as a full squad. So his future is not in jeopardy. He is exactly what Xavi is demanding coming from a central midfielder. He does have the profile. It's just Xavi's adding a lot of emphasis when it comes to Frankie, Gavi, Pedri, and Kessie, and nothing more. Maybe in the future we see Pablo Torre being greatly used in the Copa del Rey matches, which I do think is a great idea for him to add more emphasis in a tournament like that, and then having the other players like Frankie, Gavi, Pedri, and Kessie play just the league games and the Champions League games. So that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.